Hopefully not. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully I can see chat, dude. I don't know. Now I got so many windows open. All right, I'm going to hit go live on Facebook. I'm going to hit go live on Twitter. I'm going to hit go live on Twitch.
I don't see you on Facebook. Oh, there you are.
There
All right.
Market updates. Thursday. Go live on TikTok.
Streaming Christian.
What up, Eddie? What up? What up?
Somebody in chat.
Eddie's in chat. Or I mean Eric.
On Facebook.
Eric's in chat. No, I can't see Facebook. You're gonna have to be my Jamie today. Can you hear Donkey, Eddie?
Here we go.
Yeah. I mean I can see your voice moving.
Oh, I can mute.
No, you're good, dude. You can, like I said, I mean, you're my Jamie, dude. We hear Jamie on Rogan, you know?
What up from the dark?
Eric, yeah, my bad, Eddie. My bad. Well, it was another beautiful day in the markets. I'll tell you that. Hit a couple trades today. Had an NVIDIA, had a Bitcoin trade today. Been pretty damn tradable. Tomorrow's the big day, though. I can hear him and you clearly. Thanks, brother. You've been sitting this week out. I feel bad for you, son. It's been a good week. We got a lot going on tomorrow, though. I think, Nick, I'm in protect profits mode tomorrow. I'm not going to lie. We got core PCE tomorrow. This is all happening an hour before market opens. So we got PCE, we got GDP, we have personal spending, right? Consumer spending, right? How is the consumer faring in this economy? Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Then at 9:45, so 50 minutes after the market opens, we have PMI, and then I believe there's one more. That's it. So we have the Michigan consumer sentiment stuff. Did you see what Zero Hedge was posting about that today, Nick?
No, sir.
So they posted the demographics for the UMich stuff, and it was 70% Democrats polled, 30% Republicans polled, which seems a little skewed if you ask me. Like if I was a pollster, I'd want 50-50, right?
Close to it.
As close to it as we can get anyways. So that's what we had to look forward to tomorrow. Also, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to all the war news, the Iran news, but there's lots of headlines going around right now, and I guess the main one is Trump is ready to do an initial strike. We have a gentleman in our one of the people that I'm mentoring. What do you say? Menteeing? He's a mentee, but I'm mentoring. He is a former Navy pilot.
He's a student.
Yeah, he's a student. He used to fly the Harrier jets off of aircraft carriers, right? And what he was saying today was we have moved tankers, like in a crazy amount of tankers. And he says that you don't do that unless you're ready to strike. He said that's not like a posturing move. When they posture, they're sending over, a strike group, something like that. But he was saying anytime he was in I think if anybody would know, it's a dude who used to be on aircraft carriers and fly them. But he was saying usually you don't send as many tankers over there unless you mean business. So could be some strikes this weekend. That's what the CNNs, the Fox News, the CNBCs are saying right now. In Iran, we're seeing oil prices right now up on the week. Let's take a look at those real quick here. Let's see what oil is doing. Let me go ahead and get off my footprint candles. Yeah, I mean, it's just been all week. I mean, Monday, right? All up. Oil's up. I mean, we're up. Let's go to a little bit of a higher time frame here. I mean, this is the highest oil's been now since the 5th of August of 2025. We are potentially breaking structure up on oil right now. We all know what oil does for the economy. Hopefully, right, Nick? We talked about it last night during our meet. It brings down
everything.
everything. I mean, you use oil in everything, right? Plastic, food, makeup for the ladies, right? Gas, transportation. So you're seeing the market kind of react to this news a little bit here. The oil market anyways, as Iran strikes are potentially on the table. So that's something else we have to look forward to this weekend. Do people de-risk with all these headlines floating around, tomorrow and into the weekend? I guess I would, right? Why hold over the weekend? What do you think, Nick?
I don't get. Maybe they don't position till tomorrow, but
Right. Yeah. So I mean, my point is, like, why hold when there's unknown? I mean, I hear a lot of people talking about hedging. John today in the group talked about buying SQQQ just to protect the downside a little bit in case. Who knows how the market's going to react? I mean, last time, what happened? Last time when Iran and Israel started lobbing missiles at each other, what happened to them? What did it do for the market? You remember that?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it dumped, but then it rallied right past the dump.
Yeah, I mean, it dumped pretty violently, and then it was a V-shaped recovery back. So don't be too scared if something like that happens tomorrow. What up? I haven't looked at anything yet, really. Let me scroll down on TikTok here. What up, TikTok? I have not looked at QQQ yet. We will. What up, Preston? Says, I'm new to trading. Do strategies vary from different types of stocks? No. We'll look at American Airlines. We'll look at QQQ. Your strategy should be able to work across anything, man. It's stocks, crypto. You want to trade orange juice futures, brother? I mean, as long as the market has liquidity, it should be the same across. But don't confuse. I mean, one thing I'm big on telling people is don't confuse strategies with entry models, right? They're two different things. Law abiding. Did you look at QQQ? I did not, but I took a trade on QQQ today. We can take a look at it now. And we'll take a look at American Airlines for RZX. And hey, guys, here's something that'll help too. If you want me to look at something, let me know what you want me to look at. Like, are you looking for an entry tomorrow, right? Do you want to like cross-reference what you're thinking tomorrow? Are you looking higher time frame stuff? I mean, if you tell me QQQ and I start analyzing the weekly chart and that doesn't help you any, it's not going to really help you, So if you want me to look at something, I'll definitely look at something. Let's go ahead and kind of zoom in here a little bit. This was the trade that I took today. Boom, swept the daily low, right? Pumped, got out of VWAP. We'll go to QQQ though for law abiding. Again, I don't know, what do you want me to look at on this? What is QQQ doing right now from a larger macro standpoint? This is a little concerning where you had, support, lost support, came back, market agreed. Hey, we're losing support right now. You even got a little bit of a lower high in here right now, right? So who's in charge right now? Well, I still think it's neutral overall because we're still ranging sideways, right? So this is a little concerning because if you lose the support like 580, where are you going to go? There's the next auction, man, right? So if we fail this auction, we're just auctioning lower. I mean, we're talking maybe kind of 570, 580s, previous resistance, hopefully current support. It was support right there. Hopefully we get a bounce there if you're a bull on the Qs. If not, we get accepted lower, and then it's top of the auction, bottom of the auction, right? Talking 560. I got to get this magnet tool off of here. 550 to 560, something like that. That's just if this, then that. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but if this keeps playing out, right, where we lost a trend, we back tested the trend. If this is in fact a lower, we're attacking these lows, right? First attack's 589. If we slip that, then we're knocking on previous resistance's door there. I was thinking shorts for tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, look, do you guys know what the typical behavior of Fridays is, right? The typical behavior of Fridays is what, Nick? Fill in the blank for me.
Fade the move of the week.
Fade the move of the week. What's the move of the week this week on QQQ, on Qs? So what am I on? Okay, so Monday was closed, right? So Tuesday we were up. Wednesday we were up. Today kind of flat. So people were positioned mostly long because the market's up. So if people are going to fade that and close positions into the weekend, what would be the logical move going into tomorrow? To look for some kind of sweep, maybe a daily level, maybe pre-market, something like that, and probably fade it, right? In a black and white binary market. Because people were up all week, right? Market's up. People got to close positions. People don't want to hold positions over the weekend. That I think is probably the more high probable move. Where might we look for shorts into tomorrow? Well, I know this is the Qs. I'd probably chart NQ1, right? And I'd say maybe it's today's high. Well, actually, we got a couple of little pools here. So maybe, I mean, it depends on what happens overnight, of course, with London and Asia session trading. But like if that holds, I'll be looking to those two areas for a potential short entry. But it depends. It depends on what happens. I would look at the daily high tomorrow, the daily low. It's going to be dependent on what Asia and London do. New York loves to sweep Asia and London. We did today. That was the trade I took today. We swept the daily low. We took out London and Asia and, faked out a bunch of traders, reclaimed the range, longed it back up. I would look for a similar move tomorrow. I mean, without knowing what's going to happen overnight, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I think probably a little fade tomorrow. So I think you're, looking for shorts is probably right on. Eddie says, I won't even try to post a ticker. Yeah, dude, I'm not even listening to you anyways. What up, JR Samples? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I can walk you through my trade. Let's walk through the trade. Perfect. Let me go back to NQ, which is just the futures, right? The QQQ is the ETF and Nasdaq is the actual index itself. So pre-market this morning, I had my levels marked out. I can show you guys. So you guys know I ain't full of shit. So this morning I posted, here's the crazy part. So I'm going to show you my Bitcoin trade too, right? But I posted right here. This was at 7:30 this morning, which my time is an hour before market opens. Right there. Look, before the move happened, my little scribble. That's what I'm looking for. I want to sweep the daily low, trap traders into thinking we're going lower, breakout traders pile in short. We reclaim the range, and then all of a sudden, what happens? We have fuel to move up now. And then what happened today? Spoiler alert, exactly that, right? So this is where I drew my little scribble, and that's exactly what happened. Not because I have a crystal ball or it's magic, just because I witnessed this behavior happen all the time. Constantly. So it was a simple, we swept liquidity, right? So anyone who went long during Asia and London put their stop losses below. We went and swept their stop losses. Also, breakout traders piling in short. Price not moving off of aggressive selling. So what does that tell me? Someone's there absorbing those orders, a big market maker, right? There's that word. And when we reclaim that level, I now know all these traders are trapped and underwater, right? So they're forced to cover. If you're forced to cover a short, it becomes a long. That creates upside sell pressure, right? So that's a quick recap of my NQ short today. And I'd be looking for I look for this every single day. So when you ask me like, where's the entry? What's going to happen tomorrow? I'm looking for that same behavior. It happened on Bitcoin. So I said this morning, again, an hour before market opened, right here, 7:39, right? I'm Central Time, so that's an hour before market opens. There's my scribble on Bitcoin, right? That's what I'm looking for. So then I just wait. I wait for that behavior to play out in the market. Do we think it played out in the market today? It sure as hell did, right there. Right? That was my scribble. That's what happened. So same exact behavior, same exact level, same exact trap traders, same exact taking retail stop losses, same exact liquid power to move up, right? The best moves happen when, Nick? When do the best moves in trading happen?
New York session.
Well, when retail stop losses are taken. But yes.
Yes. When the liquidity is taken during New York session.
Yeah, for sure. How far ahead? I don't do limit orders. I don't think any retailer should be doing limit orders or for market makers. For lots of reasons. Number one, your limit order has to be on the book for how long is it? A few minutes, Nick, before it's an actual limit order, not just a market order.
I think it's 3.
I think it's 3 minutes. Your order has to be on the books for a few minutes before it's actually considered a limit order. But I don't just blindly go long or short at levels. I need to see the reaction and verify there's trapped traders, and I can't do that with limit orders. So I have to market order in, right? So hopefully that answers your question. Eddie said in chat, he said, Nick's wrong. Best moves happen when I'm not around the trade. Why don't you hop in voice, Eddie? What are you even doing with your life, dude? Me and Nick are in the unit channel. I don't read whatever language you are typing, Jack Black. I apologize. Hopefully that helps you, though, JR, with the trade a little bit. How to find daily bias market structure? Well, it's a lot more than market structure. There's context, there's news events, right? There's the day of the week behaviors. Like we talked about Friday, Chromoside, right? Like Friday's probability wise, this isn't a black and white thing. It doesn't happen every Friday, but most Fridays it fades the week. So if the week was up, Fridays, you're going to see positions close into the weekend, which creates sell pressure. If the week was down, right, on a Friday, for example, people close positions. What does that create? That creates pressure up. That's not black and white. The markets aren't binary, but that's a typical, I guess typical is not even the right word, huh, Nick? Like it's just probability wise, you're more likely to do that. Mondays, yes. False move Mondays. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into finding bias. I would say where you start is market structure, right? Higher time frame market structure. Is the trend down? Is the trend up? Is price doing this? This is the starting point. Market structure is king, right? Before you can learn anything else, before you even worry about context or news or days of the week, learn structure, right? This will start your bias. If we're doing this, you should be thinking, well, shorts are paying, right? That doesn't mean scalp longs don't work, but if you want to catch like a larger trend, right? When price is doing this, you're looking for shorts. When price is doing this, you're looking for longs. More to it than that, though. And if you guys want to know more to it than that, we have a free, we're not course sellers. We don't sell courses. We have free courses on our website, tacticaledgetraders.com. 100% free. We have a free Discord. Every single Sunday, the guy you can't see, but you can hear his voice every once in a while, is Nick. He runs free groups on Sunday for everyone. Everyone can join in, ask questions. He'll walk through market structure. I think the first 30 minutes, right, Nick, is you kind of just hanging out, going over the majors, and then opening it up to questions. Any insight on where we're going with gold on Friday? Well, what has gold been doing this week? Well, gold might, I don't know. Gold could get a pop tomorrow. If people are going to de-risk into the weekend with all the Iran news, does it go to gold? Or does it just go to cash? I don't know that it goes to gold at 5,000. I don't know. Eddie, Nick, what do you guys think?
I'm long gold from the bottom. I'm hoping it goes into gold.
Yeah, I mean, if you're long gold, I hope it goes into gold. I'll tell you this, though, that 5,100 level on gold's juicy.
Yep, that's what I'm looking at.
I mean, that's, been resistance. So the bulls want to obviously flip that, find acceptance above to go back. And I mean, there's nothing above us. I mean, since we really started dumping on gold, this thing's been resistance. So, I mean, what's the higher probability if we touch that trend line? Probably a short, right? It would be the higher probability play. But that doesn't mean, if we break it, you don't look for acceptance to go higher. Clean stop loss and invalidation below, meaning, if your theory is break, retest, bounce, you have a clear place to put your stop loss where you're wrong to protect the downside. But that being said, I mean, it's been resistance. It's probably going to be resistance until we get that acceptance higher on that one. How far away are we from that right now? We are 2% away. 2% away from that top. Thoughts on Microsoft, says Bezzy. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Again, my thoughts on Microsoft right now are kind of the same on my thoughts on anything software related. It's tough to be a software company right now, or be a software stock holder. However, I am still watching this $400 level. I don't love the fact that we're spending longer time here. Because why? Right? It's right now with support. The longer we spend at support, the less that I think that people are buying this up, and the more that I think that, you know, people are. It's more of like we're flagging out at support than it is people are buying. People were buying this thing would be doing this. It's just nobody wants to touch software right now. Look at anything. Look at Salesforce. Look at a software ETF. That's just a basket of software assets. It's tough. It's tough for me to want to long this right now. I'd want more confirmation. Like show me even like a smaller time frame structure shift up on this thing. Otherwise, I think we've been down, the trend's down. I don't think software's ready to come back yet. I mean, at the end of the day, what is Microsoft? Yeah, I know they got some hardware stuff. They sell an Xbox, but even Xbox sales suck right now. Like take out $420, prove to me that the bulls are in charge again, and they're just not right now. It's just we're pegged to $400, which makes sense. It's a psychological level. Nice round number. It's been previous support and resistance, right? Support. Lost it, resistance. Then we blew through it. We gapped up. We've closed the gap. We're back here to $400. It does not surprise me that we're revisiting $400. I'm just not convinced that this is a bottom yet. Show me a little bit more conviction. Give me an hour structure shift up, right? I'm not saying we need to come way up here or anything, but show me, like, take out this high. Show me acceptance higher. Then go crazy with calls, maybe, or you know, buy it, because the next stop is probably like $500, right? So I'll miss a few dollars, right, for confirmation on that one. Just came. What up, Michael? Any insight on where? Oh, I already answered that on gold. Opinion on RGTI going up on Fridays. Let's look. RGTI.
Before you do that, from Facebook here.
Yeah.
When you spot a trapped retail, how do you hone your instincts to pull the trigger on market orders? I feel like I get in too late or too early.
Sure. So that's okay. So that's a great question, right? And it also tells me you're still working on system and edge, right? Which is okay. So my answer is don't be afraid to lose right now, but that also means that you're gonna have to size to some size that makes it okay to lose, right? So you can learn that behavior, but you need to verify, number one, that there's trap traders. So if we break a level, for example, like on Microsoft here, if Microsoft broke below this low right here, you need to verify that people went short, but then you need to wait for the reclaim. So if you have all those things lining up and it's off of a key level where there's obvious stop losses in liquidity, which here there is obvious stops in liquidity, right? We've been hanging out here all week, right? We've been hanging out here since almost 2 weeks. So there's obviously liquidity below here, right? So for me, it would make sense to sweep that. If we're going to reclaim, it would make sense to sweep that, reclaim it, but you need to verify that there's trap traders in there. Otherwise, you don't have fuel to go up. If everyone here starts longing that break, anticipating a trap, we're just gonna go further. We're just gonna go further south. So, do you think that's a good answer, Nick?
Yeah.
So then the question is, how do you verify trap traders? On crypto, you can do it on TradingView. On stocks, you cannot do it on TradingView. You need a Webull account. You need to get that layer 2 data from your broker.
That's order flow footprint we're watching.
Order flow footprint. Yep. So you can verify trap traders like this. Right there. This many more shorts than longs entered. Right? So 152K shares short sold versus bought. That's how you verify with actual data. right? What is order flow? It's just buys minus sells at the end of the day. And for every buy, there's got to be a sell. So if there's more sells than buys here, what's that telling you? Somebody's absorbing all that. Somebody's soaking up all those sell orders. Price isn't moving. That's absorption. That's what you're trying to spot. You're trying to find they're called footprint candles for a reason. You're trying to see the footprint of the larger players in the market who don't advertise their positions, iceberg orders, whatever. And a lot of them do advertise it. Market makers will advertise it. Liquidity providers will advertise it. Cool. RGTI. Rigetti. What is Rigetti? Rigetti Computing. Rigetti sounds like a pasta sauce.
It's the Rigetti.
So what was your question? Opinion on RGTI going up on Fridays. So we're on a daily time frame here. Rigetti chopped sideways for a while, bear flag, lost the bear flag. It makes sense that we're auctioning here right now. Why? Because we've auctioned there previously, right? And it also makes sense that we went down really fast here because we went up really fast here, right? Creating a volume gap. So what happens tomorrow? So there's resistance, right? That's where the buying stopped, the selling took over in this little range that we're in. We haven't quite came back down to support, which is not that far away. Rigetti has been up all week. So if we're talking binary market stuff and people de-risk into tomorrow, it's probably gonna drop a little bit tomorrow, which is normal Friday stuff, right? Now the good news is you have a nice support and resistance range. Boom, boom, boom. You know, you're closer to resistance than you are support right now on this chart. On this chart, smaller time frame stuff, right? Break it up, go higher, and then you're into resistance, right? Otherwise, you know, the daily high right now is there for the take-in. It could do something like this, could do something like that tomorrow, and there's a short in there. Could it go up tomorrow? 100%. 100% it could go up tomorrow, but it's got to overtake this resistance here. I mean, let's look at the moves. Let me go ahead and throw on my Lux algo. Let's see how this thing behaves every single day. So what did it do today? Right? That's the question. What did it do today? It swept post and pre-market, right? There's the trap. There's the trap traders on open. So it grabbed liquidity and it ran up. What did it do on the previous day? The exact same thing. There's post and pre-market. Swept it, ran up. What did it do the previous day? Here's post and pre-market. Swept it and ran up. So what are you looking for tomorrow if you want a long Rigetti? Spoiler, I mean, it even did it on last Friday. Swept pre-market, went up. If I was a betting man and I wanted to get into a long on Rigetti tomorrow, I'd watch wherever pre-market is, right? And if we sweep the low, probabilities say it's going to go up. But I'd also watch a sweep of the highs because it is a Friday, right? I mean, you can there's also a short button. There's a short button on your exchange too. But I mean, this is a pattern. This is a week. This is all week. That's what's been happening. We've been sweeping pre and post market and running up. So if you see that behavior tomorrow, there you go. That is not ICT. You know what ICT stands for, Nick?
I'm fucking stupid.
I can't trade. That's what ICT stands for. I need a bunch of overcomplicated jargon to feel comfortable in the markets. RDT may have formed a bottom. Reddit. RDDT. That's the ATM method. That's the air trading method.
You better watch that ATM thing.
Because it has another meaning too. What's the other meaning for that? Reddit could have found a bottom. So we talked about this exact. Garrett, you remember we talked about this, right? Let me turn off all my session indicator here because you can't see it. So we talked about, I mean, I didn't just draw these lines. They were already on here. We've looked at Reddit in the past, right? This is where we've auctioned previously. There's resistance, there's liquidity below, right? Here was the sweep, here was the reclaim. Red has a good chance because there's traders trapped, right? So there's a good chance to start squeezing some of these out. And there's clear invalidation too, right? Like if you're long Reddit right now, where's the clear invalidation? Right there, right? If you long this and on the reclaim, your stop loss is here because that's where you are wrong, right? So yeah, I mean, here's the next target to take out: 150, 151 bucks to auction higher to 170. I mean, on the way up, you're attacking the highs, right? On the way down, you're attacking the lows. But hey, it has a good shot. It has a good shot. Can I look at GLD? Anything going on Facebook, Nick? So we've looked at gold already. So my answer is I'm going to show you the futures chart because I feel like this is what people should be charting. It looks the same, but the wicks are going to be a little bit different and tell you more of the story, right? Who got trapped? The best moves happen after retail stop losses get taken. I will fist fight over that statement. The best moves in the market happen when retail stop losses have been taken. And you can see that more so on the futures chart for gold than you can on an ETF chart. Same thing with QQQ, right? If I want to buy QQQ, I'm not charting QQQ, I'm charting NQ because I want to see who is wrecked. But all eyes are on that $5,100 level, man. I mean, that's since we started dumping resistance. I mean, that's the level we got to overtake. My guess is it's resistance again. I mean, I have to go with that, right? It's been resistance, but right. If you want to get bullish on gold again, look for acceptance above, right? Look for us auctioning above to where the buyers and sellers are agreeing on price. Then there's a good shot at going higher. Tomorrow we could run up to it, right? And maybe it kind of just chills over the weekend, and then Monday it's decision time. Do we reject here? Do we auction higher? Maybe. I mean, you can almost see, I mean, any pattern traders out there, shoulder, head, this might be a right shoulder. Maybe it comes down a little bit more tomorrow, and then that gives us the juice to go up. But that's just kind of my overall thoughts on it. It's all eyes are on that $5,100 level for now. It's been resistance. I got to just probability wise, it's going to be resistance again until it's not. And then when it's not, hold on again, because there's nothing above us. It's just fast down. It could be real fast up again if we clear that. If we clear that level. Coin for Jonathan for sure. I got you, brother. Coinbase, is it Coinbase Global? Why do I feel like the global wasn't there before?
I don't think it's Coinbase Global.
I mean, it's the right chart because I mean that's my drawings around it. But I feel like they added that. I feel like, unless I'm just hallucinating things. We've been paying attention to this $144 level.
They might have added that based on the fact that they added all these other things.
It could be. It's possible. It makes sense that we got a little bounce here. At least temporary bounce, right? Like Coinbase is not coming back till crypto comes back. I mean, if no retail traders are trading crypto right now, and they're not statistically, the retail never show back up. It's going to be tough. That's why they're getting into things like prediction markets, and they're adding gold futures now to try to entice some beautiful fees for Coinbase, so they can get that profit and that revenue up. Here's what I like about Coinbase. I'll tell you what to watch here. Boom, low, swept the lows and reclaimed, right? Now what is the job of Coinbase? It's to get over this high, and we swept that high. I don't love that. I don't particularly love the fact that we took liquidity low, took liquidity high. If anything here, I would say it's gotta take out that high again to go higher. I don't think Coinbase is like doing this anytime soon. I don't. I think it's going to be a little while before we see Bitcoin come back. I think it's going to be closer to the end of the year, to be honest with you. If anything, I'm looking for shorts on Coinbase. I'm looking for shorts on strategy. I'm looking for shorts on the miners, and I'm looking for shorts on Bitcoin. This seems like we swept that high. There's a good chance that we come back down to the lows. But if it holds it tomorrow, who knows? Who knows? I don't see us going up here. I don't see us getting above 200 again anytime soon. And when I say soon, I mean like weeks, months, maybe October, November, we could start turning around. What's the best strategy for beginners to learn? TacticalEdgeTraders.com, free courses, brother. That we'll find you a strategy, but learn the basics first. If you can't read market structure, then nothing else is going to matter. No strategy in the world is going to save you. Also, no strategy in the world is going to save you from yourself. I could give you guys layups. I could give you guys, and we do. Donkey, do we not give fucking layups in Discord every single day?
Every day.
Every day. But two people can take the same trade at the same level. One can win, one can lose. And I will explain that to you for free. We don't charge for courses. TacticalEdgeTraders.com. Sign up. Get in our Discord, man. Hang around.
I'm giving up layups right now as we speak in the Discord.
What'd you say?
Yep.
Eddie?
I said I'm throwing up some layups up in the Discord as we speak right now.
But there is something to be said that me and like we can post and say, hey, when we don't do this, we're not a signals group, because those are bullshit. But we can post, here you go, like I did today with Bitcoin and like I did today with NQ, right? And two people can take the same trade, one can lose, one can win, correct? Facts, 100% facts. What's up with SPY and QQQ? Man, it's just sideways, but why is it sideways? SPY and QQ, the Qs and SPY, they've been sideways since October, November. Like the macro read on SPY and QQQ right now is you're a range trader, right? Buy high, sell low, buy high, because that's how it's been now for 6 months. September, October, November, December, January, February. We're almost into freaking March. It's almost been 7 months of sideways chop. It's no coincidence that Bitcoin dumped and ES and NQ ran sideways, because Bitcoin's the canary in the coal mine, right? It's a risk asset. Well, they're all risk assets. That's stupid to say, but it's a more speculative asset, right? What's keeping us propped up? Why hasn't NQ and ES dumped, Eddie? You got any thoughts there?
I mean, they were the biggest assets out there. I mean, they're gonna be the last to go. But I mean, pensions. People keep putting money in there. I mean, that's one big reason.
401ks. Every 2 weeks, people get money that go into ES and NQ. How about the fact that the dollar is in the dirt? I mean, the dollar is the lowest it's been since 2022. It's the lowest it's been since 2022. And when the dollar dumps, it helps equities, right? So and it's no coincidence that, we started dumping when they started chopping sideways. So I don't think this is all of the reason that ES and NQ is chopping sideways, but it might be 30% of the reason, 40% of the reason. The constant flows into NQ and ES from IRAs, 401ks, pensions, ETFs, help too. I think it's a lot of things. Why haven't we taken off and gone higher on ES and NQ? There's so much uncertainty, sticky inflation, jobs, Trump tweets, pick your poison. Garrett says loading up ETH when it hits 1,000. Amazon's a good one. Yeah, we'll check out bank. We'll do Amazon first, then I'll do Bank Nifty for Randy Orton. Is that the real Randy Orton?
Is he still a wrestler?
I feel like he was a wrestler when I was like in my 20s. How old is he now? Randy Orton.
I got you. Jamie's got you.
Look it up, Jamie. Dude, he's our age. He's 3 years older than us.
Dang.
Well, I'm sorry, I lost track from the name.
I'd RKO my own grandmother if I meant keeping this title.
So he's still wrestling, huh? So if he's 3 older, so he's 45. These are kind of. I was watching Amazon for an entry today. I ended up taking one on Nvidia instead. It was the same move today. Swept yesterday's low, and then pumped.
Dang. WWE have confirmed his return to SmackDown in Royal Rumble 2026.
There you go.
What?
And didn't John Cena just retire? I don't watch wrestling anymore, but like when I was a kid, I used to.
The only wrestlers I know now are the ones that are acting.
Yeah, right. John Cena, The Rock. Have you seen Peacemaker?
Yeah, it's one of the best shows on television.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. Have you guys
Did you see
ever
the new
checked
season?
out Peacemaker? Huh?
Did you catch that new season?
I'm like
Oh my
halfway
God.
through the new season.
The new season is the best one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good show. Amazon Inc. So look, is it a surprise to me that we got a little bit of bounce here? No, it was previous support, current support. We even swept it a little bit and reclaimed the level, and Amazon's pumping. So if I had to take an educated guess right now, I'm not saying this is going to happen tomorrow, but where are we heading? Probably there. And then it's, do the sellers defend the gap, or is it just breaks off? Now, I did see today that Amazon took out Walmart's revenue for the first time ever as a retailer. Is that right? Jamie, look that up.
What was the question again?
So I believe Amazon, it came out today that Amazon took out Walmart in revenue for the first time ever as a retailer.
I will look that up for you. Yeah, if somebody wanted to join to Discord, where would they find that information?
Discord.gg/Tactical Edge Trading, but also it's on our website. All our links are on our website, guys. Our free courses are on our website. Get on our Discord on our website. It's just tacticaledgetraders.com. Cena has been retired. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get David out of here. Come here, spam and scams, David. Blocked. So look, I think the high, look, we swept the low. Undoubtedly, we trapped traders. We took liquidity south. We're gonna keep going up till we take liquidity high, and it's probably gonna be around that gap area, a little bit above $210, right? I ain't saying that's gonna happen tomorrow. If you want to know what I'd be looking for on Amazon going into tomorrow, and you want to trade Amazon going into tomorrow, you got today's high. That's a possible sweep area that I'd be looking at, 206.85. I'd be looking for this behavior. Sweep it, take those stop losses, close back in, short. Now below us, you have today's low. I'll be looking for that same thing. I'll be looking for that sweep, that reclaim, and then riding that bad boy up. Just like we did today, right? Just like
So they
we
did
today.
overtake them for the quarter, but they have not overtaken them for the year yet. But they are on pace to outdo them on the year.
So if you're looking for longs, look for a sweep of the lows. If you're looking for a short, look for a sweep of the high. That's what we did today. Swept the low, pumped. That's what we did on Wednesday. Swept, pumped. That's what we did on Tuesday. We swept, pumped. The best moves happen when, Donkey?
After you sweep liquidity and trap retail.
After retail stop losses have been taken. So I would look for that same behavior tomorrow, because it's been happening, right? Don't fight what's been happening until it changes, right? Then adapt. But yeah. Black King, thank you. Amazon 719 versus Walmart 713. That's huge, right?
Yes.
That's huge. I guess I didn't even know that fact, though, to be honest with you, until I saw that headline today. For some reason, I just assumed Amazon was bigger. You know?
No, it's on track to beat them for the year. They beat them on the quarter, but they're not total revenue past them yet.
Gotcha. So yeah, that's what I'd be looking at into tomorrow. Just remember, tomorrow, guys, crazy day, right? News stacked up to here. It's Friday stuff, so you're like, whatever your stock did during the week, probabilities say it's going to do the opposite as people close positions. We have potential Iran strikes. People might de-risk going into the weekend a little bit, more so than they usually would. It's gonna be an interesting day. Do you only day trade or also invest? I for sure invest long term, brother. I invest long term. My long term investments, though, are more like safe. You know, like A lot of ETFs. A lot of ETFs. Here's some of them. Right here. SPY, BNDs for some bonds, for some treasuries, XLV. A lot of consumer staples right now because that's what's pumping is consumer staples. XLF, GLD for some gold, SMH. These are some of the ETFs that I have. It's mostly safer. I mean, I take enough risk day trading every day. I don't need to take more risks in my retirement account. You know what I mean? My investment account. You guys smash that follow button, subscribe, turn on notifications. We go live. You're hearing 3 voices right now. You're hearing me, you're hearing Nick, you're hearing Eddie. Eddie goes live Sunday, Monday, Friday. Right, Eddie?
Yep.
I go live Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to try to hit some lives on the weekends too, just to kind of shoot the shit like this. Where can retail traders put limit orders to prevent sweeps but keep protection? Ooh, that's a good question. I'll tell you this here, like this is not trading advice, but this is just to get you to think differently, right? Put your entries where you would put your stop losses. And that's not like that's not a strategy, right? That's just to get you think a little bit differently, right? Because market moves because liquidity gets taken. Why does liquidity get taken? First of all, Nick, you want to answer that one? Why does it seem like these sweeps happen all the time? And it does. I've showed it to you on multiple stocks. I've showed it to you on Bitcoin every day this week, right?
Larger orders getting filled. Mm-hmm. Good sir.
Yeah. If I'm a hedge fund or just a big whale in the market and I want to place a $100 million order, right? I can't just hit buy $100 million because for every buy, there's got to be a sell. So I need to, liquidity needs to be created in order for me to enter into a position, right? So unfortunately, these bigger players get in off the backs of retail. Also, why do you think so news broke yesterday, or it didn't break, we've kind of been knowing this, that Citadel, you guys know who Citadel is? What's the name of that movie, Dunk? The GME movie with you know what I'm talking about? Something money, dumb money.
Dumb money.
Dumb money. Have you guys seen that movie, Dumb Money, about the GameStop stuff? You guys know Citadel was on the wrong side of the trade from retail, right? During a portion of it anyways. So Citadel is now the largest options order flow purchaser from Robinhood, meaning they're buying all of your data from Robinhood. Why do you think that is?
They're not caught off sides anymore, good sir.
So they can fuck you. So they can bend you over and take your orders. And they spend a lot of money on that. And it's not just Citadel. They all do that. Citadel is just the largest right now purchaser of order flow data from options from Robinhood. And why Robinhood? I mean, who uses Robinhood? It sure isn't, Jeff Bezos. Or
not Citadel.
Yeah, it's not Citadel. It's not Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. Can you check out Bankify? Yeah, my bad, Randy. Let's check out Bankify. Oops, Bank. Yeah. So again, while I'm looking at Bankify, where can retail traders put their stop losses? Dude, trade with the sweeps, brother. Those are the best moves. They're the best risk to reward trades. And they're the quickest moves. They're the safest moves. Learn that. This is still not Bank Nifty. What do you say? Yeah, Bank Nifty right here. Boom. So what do you want to know about Bank Nifty? So when you guys ask me, when you guys ask to look at something, try to throw in what you want me to look. Do you want you want higher time frame stuff? Or are you looking to DCA in? What exactly are we trying to get? I got disconnected from TikTok, it looks like. I might be back. Couldn't connect. So if I look at like a higher time frame, it looks great, right? It looks great. Market structure is intact, higher highs, higher lows on the extremes. This thing is going to keep going up until you lose a significant low, right? Like lose that, right? Then it's maybe, right? But if you want to look at like smaller time frame stuff, Let's look at smaller time frame stuff. Let's look at what it's been doing this week. So here's what I don't love, right? So there was the Tokyo high right there. We swept it. This is what I'm talking about, right? Everyone goes long. Retail piles in long. Then they get messed, right? They get screwed over and price dumps because why? Stop losses, stop losses, stop losses, stop losses. That's why down moves are more violent than up moves. So if we're going to grab, where are we going to grab from? Well, it could be here because that was the Tokyo London overlap low, or it could be there, right? So if I was looking for a long, I'd come up with an idea. That idea would be, well, I'm looking for a sweep and a reclaim, right? And then to go higher. Or I'm looking for, if that doesn't work out, the market doesn't confirm that, then it's here, sweep and a reclaim and go long. What up, Rich? Retail, he said. It's good to see you, Rich. Rich hasn't been talking as much in Discord. Have you guys noticed that? And it messes me up because if I don't hear that New Zealand accent every morning say good morning, it fucks up my day, dude. My whole day, I know, my whole day's shot. It's gonna be a losing day if I don't hear Rich's New Zealand accent. So that's Randy. I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. I mean, you look at a 4-hour chart. You know, I mean, it's there, right? That's where I'd be looking to potentially go long. Or if you're short right now, right, you're wanting to maybe watch that level for a bounce. And we tighten up stops as we get there, because if we lose that, where we're going, 59,827, right? You're attacking the lows on the way down. You're attacking the highs on the way up. I'll take a look at Celsius stock 100%. This thing, it seems to trade a little bit differently. Like it doesn't have the grabs like NQ or ES does. They're a little bit more spread out. So I would say if you're looking for longs, I mean, this thing's going to go down until it finds the liquidity that it needs. It might be here. It might be there. That's kind of what I would say right there. Let's look at Celsius stock. Is this the right Celsius? CELH? It looks like it. It's the only Celsius. CELH. Does this look right to you, Bezzy? Might take both. 100%, Daniel. So Celsius Holdings. Yes, this is the right one. Okay. Nice little uptrend here. Lost it there. Swept. Fake out on the reclaim. Dumping. Where's it heading? Well, probably the lows. I would say 40, 41, 40 and a half. I'd say 37. It no confirmed bottom yet. There's a nice shoulder, head and shoulders there too. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see if we can't find something else here though. Yeah, I mean, just mark them out, right? Boom. That's the level to get over, unless, you know, there or there bounces, because it's resistance, blew through it, lost it, back tested it, blew through it, support for a few days, lost it. So auction house, right? And look here, we bounced off of this auction. So I think we're coming back in for a test of that, would be my guess. 38.3, something like that. I probably look there to hold for support. Simple if we lose it though, because then you're just auctioning there. Top of range if you get acceptance, bottom of the range, nice little short in there if it hits it.
Is this the drink company? Like Celsius Energy?
Maybe. I have no idea what it is. Celsius Holdings. It is. You know, I've never had a Celsius.
My wife drinks them like they're
caffeine,
water.
Right?
Yeah, it's like a monster.
Yeah, I can't do caffeine as I'm drinking a Red Bull right now. I'm going to be texting you obscene shit at 2 o'clock in the morning, Nick. I hope you're ready for it. It's like the only time I drink caffeine is when I'm streaming, or like I have like a half a cup of coffee in the morning. Can you do everything is bearish except for oil? Yeah, it is. And why is oil going up? Well, maybe because we got all kinds of tankers in the
bombs over Baghdad, or I mean Iran.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we're launching missiles over the weekend. I'll tell you that. It would be no shock to me. Can you do now? I want it down, but I feel it rips high to ServiceNow Inc. So here, so you want it down. So there's easy invalidation on this, right? So support, lost support, and we're getting a back test right now. So where's invalidation? Breaking back above, right? So if now holds, this is just acceptance and rejection stuff. If we get we lost it, right? It's battling support now, previous resistance, right? So support. It was support for a few days, lost it, and then now we're getting the back test. You're going to go lower if you break 98.69. You're going to go higher if you go over 107.51. Keep it super, super simple. If you're short right now, market structure says lower, right? But if we break above that 101, what is that? 110.99, whatever it is, this recent high here, it's going to go up. Because why? Because we're getting accepted back into this, which we just lost, right? And then it'll probably go up to 122. And that's the next battle line, right? These are just battle lines, man, where the buyers and sellers are going to duke it out. Do the bulls fold? Do the bears fold? So right now, you're probably sitting pretty comfy if you're in a short. But, you know, invalidation above. And if, in fact, this does become a bearish backtest, meaning we're going to break this low again, where are we headed? Well, let's back up and see. All right, beautiful range. Beautiful range, right? Look at that. Look at that. Even a shoulder, head and shoulders out of that range. So if we do, I mean, here's the beauty, dude. If you are short on this and we break back into this range, which we tested it today, it's top of range, bottom of range. Like, keep it simple. Keep it simple, but also, what, did you do that, Donkey? Dunk. Something just popped up in my head. CalPro, thank you for the heart. Well, I appreciate you guys. Follow, subscribe, turn it on. Yeah, $79 could be a thing. I mean, that's probably, I bet you, I mean, I don't have to bet, but it could be I would think the POC is a little higher. Let's look. You want to do some auction theory stuff? So POC is actually $91. Right? So $79 is closer to the value area low. So this is where 70% of the total volume was traded back into this range. And why am I looking at a range from 2022? Because we're knocking on its door. We're knocking right on its door right now. So if we lose 98, it's going to go to 90 because that's where the most volume was traded historically in this range the last time we were here. Right? So, and that's like, what do you say, 91 or 79? If you lose that, 79 could be in the cards for sure on that. What indicator is that? So this is, it's a tool. I like to kind of separate indicators from tools. Tools just kind of visualize price. So this is the fixed range volume profile tool. So on trading, I don't know if on TikTok you can see this because the screen gets squished. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down on trading view for the tools. And then it's fixed range volume profile. And all it's doing is telling you historical volume that was traded in a fixed range, right? So I take it from the start of the range to the end of the range, and it just tells me this is the value area where 70% of the total volume was traded. This is the middle line is where the most volume was traded. And it often acts as a magnet. It often acts as a magnet. Yeah, no problem. Cal Pro or Kill Pro. Killer Pro. Appreciate you. Did the market show a bubble before? Dude, I'm not. How old do you think I am? You know how old I was in 28? Well, I mean, I was showed a mortgage bubble for sure. I mean, I've seen the movies, you know, I've seen The Big Short. I mean, he saw it. He was early as hell and almost went bankrupt, but he saw it. How old were we in 2008, Nick? So we were 18 in 2000. So we were at 24. I wasn't even thinking the markets back then, brother. No, I wasn't even thinking. But sure, yeah, I mean, the mortgage crisis, right? It was for sure in a bubble. Have you seen the movie The Big Short? Didn't they say in the movie, like, the two mortgage brokers or the underwriters they were talking to, they're like, we would just leave the income blank, you know? No job, no problem. Here's a $400,000 loan. I think we were in a bubble. I'm thinking to enter Lupin Pharma. Can you check that out as well? And then if you guys want to get in a couple more, go ahead. I'm starting to get to my mental limit of looking at charts. I heard that line from Eddie last night and I loved it. I mean, here's a nice rounded bottom, right? Back up to the top. Cup and handy, maybe a little cup and a handle, maybe one last sweep. You got your nice neckline there at 2282 for higher. But there's that beautiful rounded bottom that you just love to see.
Generational bottom.
Huh?
Generational bottom.
Generational bottom. So it's at resistance right now. I would not buy right here. You know, you're buying high, right? You're buying. I mean, let's do the same. Let's do the same thing. Let's take our fixed range. Let's do out there. Yeah, I mean, we're outside of value right now, right? So I need to see us auction higher and see acceptance higher. I'm not longing resistance. That's what retail does. Retail, right? The re stands for something. What does it stand for, Nick? You don't want to get us banned?
No.
All right. I tried, guys. Can you look at LPG, please? Just because you said please. Oof. I had a nice... Anyone know what this is? Well,
LPG?
It could be a couple things, right? Anyone, any chart pattern index card memorizers out there? Know what that is? Basically the inverse of this. That's Adam and Eve.
I'm looking at the latest.
Adam and Eve. I even accept the cup and a handle like we were looking at on Lupin Pharma. So yeah, I mean, look, it broke. Where's it gonna go? I mean, where could we potentially run into some resistance? Well, first of all, a couple things, right? Auction. They're just mirrors. Look at it. I turn this chart upside down. Boom, boom. It's the same thing. They're just reverses of each other. So we are auctioning higher. We're back inside of this auction. So now you're targeting the highs on the way up. Boom, boom, boom. Right, all the way up to $52. Doesn't mean we go up to $52, but you have some layered targets on the way up there with these higher time frame highs, right? Like I think next stop $37, and we almost got there. We're up to $36. I ain't saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but that would be the next battle that takes place. But this thing looks pretty healthy right now. Nice little Adam and Eve, blew through it. First stop 37. After that, I think probably $39. Then you got probably 42 in there. Then there's some smaller things in here. But I think if it starts reclaiming those, man, you're gonna see a reach back up there into those 50s. Cup and a handle, yeah, I'd take that, Marissa. Yeah, I mean, it's all subjective, right? Like cup and a handle, Adam and Eve. At the end of the day, it's just here. At the end of the day, what is it, right? A higher low. There's the low. There's the higher low. And that's all a cup and a handle is. That's all an Adam and Eve is. That's all a shoulder, head, and shoulders is. They're just higher lows, right? And then if you break resistance, it go up, right? I've blown some people's minds with that recently. Like, oh yeah, it is just a higher low. It is bullish. Yeah. I mean, statistically, I mean, it has broken up, right? So this is part of the statistics, right? Like it won. It did what it was supposed to do. I mean, there's even like a little bit of even like cup and not cup and a handle. Well, yeah. I mean, cup, handle, shoulder, head, shoulder. There's bullish posture all through this thing. Down here, shoulder, head, shoulder. There was the neckline break and the retest and the pop. Last one I'm going to do is for Garrett, RKLB. Guys, make sure you follow, subscribe, turn notifications. Come hang out with us in Discord. Our links are in all of our bios. And we have free courses, and our free courses are better. I promise you they're better than people who are charged $7,000 for this shit. And it's something new we're doing. It's not finished, but there's like 15 modules right now to keep you busy while I get it finished, and it's free. We ain't gatekeeping shit here. So RKLB, and then I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Rocket Lab. Well, there was the sweep of the lows, which gave us the pop that we got this week. When did that sweep happen? That happened on Thursday. Last Thursday. I keep getting messed up because Monday was closed. The markets were closed on Monday. So the job for Rocket Lab tomorrow, if you're bullish on Rocket Lab, is to overtake this 76.20 level, right? So resistance, take it out, auction higher, right? Next level, $81, something like that. And then ultimately high. So you got targets on the way up, but it has a job to do tomorrow. And that job to do is acceptance higher. Now, if we fail that, then we're ranging out, right? We're just ranging out here. So if tomorrow, for example, Rocket Lab opens and then we sweep the high and close back in, I think we're coming down, right? I think we're probably going to be ranging here. We're gonna come back down, test the lows, or it's just a Friday fade stuff, de-risking into the weekend. Maybe it finds a bottom off the daily low here and just kind of goes sideways. Is your Discord for advanced traders, brother? Here's our Discord in a nutshell, and this applies to anything in life, right? If you want to be a success, you surround yourself by people who are better than you, so they can raise the bar for you. You surround yourself by people who are at your level as a reminder that you're not behind. You surround yourself by people who are lesser than you, not lesser than you, that's the wrong word to use, but behind you in the learning, so you can impart your knowledge on them, which makes you better. That's our Discord. We're everybody, man. We're everybody. Right, Dunk? Right, Eddie?
Yep.
And with that, guys, I'm out. You guys have a good night. I appreciate the love today. Subscribe, turn notifications. Eddie will be live tomorrow night. So you can just stare at his beautiful face tomorrow night. He's much better looking than I am. A little bit nicer, a little more personable, right, Eddie? Is he even here anymore?
Yeah, I'm here.
Y'all have a good night. We'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good weekend.
Guys.